Live.
Hello, everybody. Jason here at TWL. Look who I'm sitting next with.
Hi.
I am so excited. It's Racheal Lutz from the Peacock Room, and then of course we have Nikki over here. I've been looking forward to having you on the show for so long.
I've been really looking forward to this, and it's long overdue.
It is long overdue, but you know what? You're here now. And
it's all that matters.
It's all that matters, and I'm so excited because we're actually going to see a lot of each other this month.
Yes, probably like more than it's never going to be enough. But,
well, right, but more than we have before.
Yes, much more than we have.
There's a lot going on, you guys. It's crazy. It's a crazy month. We just ended with Halloween, and you guys have seen all the Halloween episodes. So now we're not exactly starting with Christmas episodes yet, even though there are 16 of the 30 trees that are going up in this store already up. Nikki put 2 of them together today. And so if you walked around my store right now, you'd see like 15 trees. There's one here, and then I have Barbie over here.
Yeah.
There is. There's a disco tree.
Love it, as there should be.
As there should be.
Right?
Yeah. As I am making this tree, I'm thinking, why has there not? I should have had a disco tree in my house all the time.
Well, now you know.
Do you do a lot of trees?
I don't.
Do you do a lot of trees at your stores?
We did some decorations at the store. We don't actually do a lot of trees because they do take up a lot of space.
They do.
But I am obsessed with antique glass Christmas ornaments.
Oh, I love it.
So we do some glittery trees, but the ornaments are not on the trees. We actually like to pile ornaments in beautiful vases, baskets, crystal bowls, lanterns. So it kind of keeps them safe because they're very fragile.
Which is good because
very fragile.
I tend to break half of what I put out.
I like wine goblets or champagne flutes.
Yes. So we do, like, depending on the size, the shape, the girth, if you will. It just depends. So yes, we love to display them, but we don't do them on trees. We don't do like the traditional trees. We like to shake it up a bit.
Well, I love that.
Yeah.
Your whole store looks like a Christmas ornament anyway, though. I mean, there's lots of
all of them
glitz and color.
Thank you.
And, like, the store's vibrant enough. It looks decorated.
So for those of you, because I know we have a large following that live outside of Michigan, and I know that you travel all over the country looking for stuff for your stores.
I do.
So a lot of you may even have heard of Racheal Lutz, but Racheal,
that's enough.
Right. Racheal Lutz owns the Peacock Room, which is in downtown Detroit and the Fisher Building, along with Frida.
So they're all the Peacock Room now.
They're all the Peacock Room now.
Yeah. So we had there were 3 different names, which was like 3 different websites, 3 different social media pages. So it's all the Peacock Room now. We have our massive flagship store that looks like a giant wedding cake with chandeliers.
It does. I love that.
It's all just like dripping with, like, not literally dripping plaster, because that's a whole separate problem to a preservationist. But it's gilded. I mean, it's a gilded space. It dates to 1928, 1929, when the Fisher was built, and it is the last fully intact storefront in the Fisher building. That's original to the 20s. And Pure Detroit's next to us. They have an amazing store that used to be a florist, but we're like a fully intact storefront, and it's fully restored. We did it about 8 years ago, and it really does look like a wedding cake with chandeliers.
So did you combine the 2 stores?
No, so we have our flagship. Then down the hall in the Fisher building, we have our home and gift shop. A mile away at the next to the Detroit Institute of Arts, we have 2 stores in the Park Shelton. There's a daytime store and then an evening store, like formal and casual.
I love that.
So we have a little bit of we try to fashion ourselves like Hudson's, where you could go and get something to run errands out, like an outfit, or you could get a beautiful gown or the perfect gift for somebody. So we are like a mini department store still in Detroit that tries to, embody that spirit of service and selection.
I love that.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And it's so funny because I noticed that towards the end of Hudson's life, that they were separating the men's department from the women's department, and you're just doing that anyways. Well, although you don't do a lot of men's, we don't do a lot of men's versus the daytime.
We really try to. We do have those pieces that go, like day to evening,
right?
But we want just versatility. We want people to have good classic pieces. I'm actually an anti-consumerism shop owner. I think that people shouldn't buy so much stuff. They should buy things that they really love, that they're really excited about, and that they're going to get a good cost per wear out of.
Absolutely.
Like these things, some of them may be more investment pieces, but if you wear it 30 times
Mhm.
versus that piece of fast fashion that lasted maybe once and then you threw it away because it was all just a mess on
Right.
you, it actually, you end up spending less, loving what you wear more, and feeling better about yourself.
Mhm.
And that's what we want people to get back to. I think that's why we built up this loyal following, because they know that they can come in, find something that they love, it's going to last, and it's going to make them feel good.
Absolutely.
I love that.
And that's what's kind of been disappearing from
Yeah.
shopping's landscape, I think, over the last several years.
You can also end up with a signature piece that way too. I have a handful of like cocktails / like I could wear them to weddings. I could
Yeah.
wear them. I mean, one's a nice simple black, like off the shoulder kind of 50s. I could wear it to a
Timeless.
funeral. But I've worn that dress. Like anytime I have anything formal now, it's like the Peacock Room dress. Like
Oh,
I have a
you.
few pieces from your stores that I know how it fits. I know it looks classic. I know I could jazz it up or down with, accessories and
Thank you.
Yeah.
So what would you, so you don't carry men's clothing.
We don't really carry men's clothing. There's a great men's store in our building called Mature.
Oh, nice.
So they're fantastic. And then there's also, if you like an old school haberdashery, I know you've also sent people to Henry the Hatter.
Absolutely.
We do that as well. And then there's Blue Boutique in my neighborhood. Nigel, he's fantastic. So he's like an old school haberdasher with like bow ties and pocket squares and, I call it lapel candy.
Right.
So he does great men's clothing. So I try to like stay in my lane of mostly women's. We do men's accessories.
Right.
Because the cool thing about
I
men's
find stuff there.
accessories,
Oh, yeah.
thank you. That's a big compliment. You have excellent taste. But men's accessories, the cool thing about those is it's a man's accessory if a man wears it. It's a lady's accessory if a lady wears it. We have ladies that like to wear bow ties.
Exactly.
We have people who are like, they don't identify as men's or women's, and they just are what they are and are who they are. And they love to wear cufflinks, or, maybe you want to wear a suit. Maybe you want to wear a gown. It doesn't matter like what the body is. It's really how you want to express yourself to the world. So yeah, we carry accessories that I really just consider unisex, but some people might in the industry consider it men's or women's.
Well, it's funny because we have vintage clothing here.
Yes.
Not a lot. We only look for certain things, kind of like you.
You're picky. You're
We're
very
a little
selective.
picky.
Yes.
Steve, when he does his buying, and when I look at the clothing, we'll be like, nope. Okay, we'll take that one.
It's like Madeline, like Madeline Kahn in the History of the World Part 1. Like,
Exactly.
yes. Nope.
Nope.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
We do that, but
you are the Madeline Kahn of vintage clothing.
I am. We are. We
yeah.
absolutely are. I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Because I love metal.
She was a legend. Anyway.
They call you I'm going to say it wrong. A prisoner. Preservationist.
Thank you.
Preservation. That's a mouthful.
Thank you. That is a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
You did great.
And I'm usually good with that.
You did great. Good job. It took me a second. I usually have the sense of humor of a 10-year-old boy. Like we always talk about that.
You all know me. So what do you think?
I never. By the way, I do have to tell you. So I do have the sense of humor of a 10-year-old boy. Whenever we do our Facebook lives at the Peacock Room, all of my people go wild for number 69.
That's hilarious.
It's like,
I love
say,
that.
sold number 8, sold number 12. They're like, what's number 69? We can't get enough of it. I'm like, you have to lead up to it. You need to like ease into it. You can't just have 69. Like you need to warm up.
You need to warm up to it.
Anyway, we're all about the 10-year-old jokes. So
and it's so funny that you say that, because when people come to me and they talk to me about vintage clothing, women do, and they're like, oh, I need that 1940s, 1950s look. And I said, okay, well, a 1940s and 50s woman body was a 10-year-old boy. That's exactly what I say to people.
Well, and,
so it's funny.
And you've got the sense of humor to match. So
because
tiny
people.
Yeah.
You do vintage inspired. You do
we do mostly vintage inspired.
Right.
So the vintage and antique that we carry at the Peacock Room, we do like I love crystal and china. My grandparents actually had the Lutz China shop on McNichols in Detroit.
I love that.
I'm a third-generation retailer in the city. So I think because of the Lutz China shop, I grew up around a lot of china and crystal. So I love those older pieces. We carry, just like random things. Like we just sold, this was one of my glowing achievements. We sold a bosom buddy.
Oh, nice.
So this woman came in and she talked about her mother with her pin money. And it's this little pocket that you strap onto your bra strap. And and it came in the box and everything. It was called a bosom buddy.
Okay, I love that
So
much
you could
better
tuck
than
your
pulling
Mad
it out.
Money
And
So you
it's
could
wet,
tuck your little
right?
pin money or mad money. So
And
anyway,
it stays dry.
Yeah, well,
No boob sweat money.
No boob sweat money.
depends on who's wearing it and what their activity level is.
True.
But so like little novelty items, we
I
do
love
carry.
that.
We carry like a very curated selection of vintage clothing. I
Mhm.
love vintage handbags, handkerchiefs, gloves, like those beautiful little luxuries that
Right.
women used to really enjoy. So we do carry some vintage and antique, but we are mostly vintage inspired.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to be mostly women's clothing,
And women's clothing sizes 0 to 22.
and they change consistently.
Yes. And fabric will degrade over time
Yeah.
depending on the fabric.
Mhm.
So the new clothing, we do love the classic timeless pieces,
Mhm.
but we do some like modern, contemporary, even like futuristic.
Well, yeah.
But we tend to lean more vintage inspired because those styles were so universally flattering.
Yes.
And like your dress that you
Mhm.
talk about, it's timeless. Like it
Oh,
looked
yeah.
like it could have been from the 50s. It could have
Mhm.
been, from 5 years ago. It could have been
from
made
the red
20 years from
carpet,
now.
Just
Right.
the other day.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we love taking the best of what those previous decades offered and offering them in brand new construction. So, I mean, they didn't really have Lycra back then.
No, they did not.
So you get more like this dress here,
More
like this is very
stretchy.
classic. It actually has like
I love
antique.
the scissors on
Thank you.
it.
So the antique sewing scissors, but this
Mhm.
is like a stretchy t-shirt fabric, and
Right.
I'm a 2X, and there's no way I'm going to find anything like this in a
Right.
vintage piece.
And if you did, it would
So-
be tough.
Well, and
Yeah.
like, look what
Mhm.
happens with Marilyn Monroe's dress being worn.
Yeah.
Yeah, fabric.
On someone that
Sizes have changed
you
too.
can't sit
Yeah.
or breathe or move, or sizes have changed. But
Yeah.
you want something that looks great, but like. Also, you carry the plethora of modern sizes. People can try those
Exactly.
on. If you
Yes.
have these dainty,
Mhm.
amazing, like museum quality,
Fragile.
vintage items, it's like, well, you can buy it, but you can't try
Well-
it on because every time we zip the zipper,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like you said, things
Well-
start
Or if you
to-
wear it,
Mhm.
you're terrified because you're wearing an artifact, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
So
yeah.
not really for like everyday use. I am a big fan. Like we do have some antique bags
Mm-hmm.
that you could maybe fit a $5 bill in.
Yes, because no phones back then.
Right. Yeah.
No one had their
Mhm.
giant
The bag
phone in a
was
No.
case,
size.
but
It'd be a lipstick.
I
Yeah.
wear them,
Yeah.
and sometimes at an event I'll wear it almost as a bracelet on my wrist.
Yeah.
And so we do encourage people, even if something is fragile, like use the good china, right? Like
I agree.
enjoy
Well,
it.
yeah, we just
Yeah.
talked about that.
I'm a
for,
firm believer. I'm going to tell you a
holidays.
story.
Yes.
So I was walking through the Somerset Mall and this was back before they built the new
It's
sign.
not a mall, it's a collection, but
Well,
go on.
It was a
Yes.
mall prior.
Okay. Yeah.
Somerset Collection.
Yeah.
And before they built the north side. So it was,
Yep.
when all of the posh stores are
Yeah.
the older posh stores.
Yes.
And I had to pair on a pair of Versace jeans, classic Versace jeans.
Nice.
And
And in
that's,
the 80s, they were like this wide, right? With the
Right.
tapered ankle. I'm
Um,
just picturing it. Yeah.
and so that we got at an estate sale or a church sale for like $3 or $4. Anyways,
Nice.
I'm walking down. I have rips in the knees of them and everything because I wore them out
Yeah.
because they were comfortable.
Yeah.
This guy comes running out of one of these stores. Oh my God, what are you wearing? What are you doing? You're ruining art. And
He
I'm
called
like,
security.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously? I said, these were meant to be worn.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, oh. And I literally looked at him and I go, this is one of 12 pair I have. Goodbye.
Did you give him the hand?
I
Goodbye.
probably did back then, but it just kills
I
me because
said
I'm a
good day,
firm
sir.
believer that you wear and use the things that are meant to be worn and
Totally.
used.
Yeah.
Because that's what they were
And you know
for.
what? And if it wears out, you get to wear a different treasure.
You do.
But can you, like, what's really sad sometimes is we do sometimes buy through estate dealers.
Yes.
So you also look through estates.
Yep.
I feel very privileged and excited when I find beautiful things with the
Oh, me
tags on
too.
them.
Me too.
But don't you ever have that feeling of
They never even got to wear
they
it.
never wore this?
Yes.
They never
It's been tucked away for special. And
Yes.
then look what
Yes.
happened.
they saved up for it. They
Mhm.
put on their lipstick and earrings and
Mhm.
their gloves, and they went downtown to
And it makes you
Hudson's
wonder why they never
and
did.
yeah, it was so special to them.
Mhm.
And you know what? Maybe we shouldn't judge. Maybe the satisfaction that they got from it was acquiring
Enough.
it
Sure.
and having it and knowing it was there.
Mhm.
But man, there's some beautiful things where I just think like, I don't want this to stay hidden in a drawer for the rest of its existence.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
You want to find that next home for it and find the
Mhm.
person who's really excited for it. But yeah, like using and wearing those things is really important.
I agree
think.
with you
Like, that's-
100%.
You got to get your dopamine from somewhere.
Yes.
And you can
So-
get them really good from those.
Yes.
You know, so,
Absolutely.
and I know you have a big event coming up that we're going to be a part of.
Yes.
And
We're very excited that
I'm
you're coming
very
to Threads of
excited about
Time.
that. But real quick, we started doing our vintage clothes because Steve actually found something in the basement that was like that. He found 3 boxes that were completely sealed.
Oh,
And this is what actually introduced vintage
like a
clothes
time
to
capsule.
us. And so he opened it up and he noticed one fit and flare dress on it with the tags from Hudson's.
Oh,
And it was clear that it was from the late 50s
yeah.
and everything. And he's like, I'll just take them all. So he bought all 3 boxes and we brought them back. Every dress in there had their tags on them. And this is one of the things that I'm wondering is, do you remember that? And I mean, we had some of the most gorgeous dresses with the tags on
Please
them and
tell me
everything.
you still have them.
No, I mean, we've sold them all to the pinup girls, but
Good. That means they're being loved.
yes, but it was weeks. I would sit there and go, wow, why?
And
I'm
sure
thinking,
you,
did somebody pass?
I
Did
know
somebody?
I know you fondled that fabric. Like there's nothing.
Oh, I did
like,
more than fondle it.
that-
I got naked and rolled around in
Jason,
it.
my goodness.
No, I'm kidding.
That made the price go up.
It did. No.
It had an extra patina. A little extra patina on it.
I'm kidding, but of course, but
Why does
I
it have
share
body
that.
oil all over it.
I
Yeah.
know, right? I love that.
What's with the glitter
I
everywhere?
did shower first. No, I'm kidding. But I agree with you 100%. It makes me wonder why.
Yeah.
Oh, when we find something that it still has its tags on it, that's like a set of glasses. I think, oh, is this one of those
the dinner parties you could have had?
Yeah, or is this a situation where it's like, oh, thanks, we'll pull this out when he comes, and then he never comes, so it's sitting in the basement.
Yeah.
But so tell me, Threads of Time.
Threads of Time.
Now that
Vintage
I'm done
Market.
being dirty.
For the moment.
Threads of Time Vintage Market at the Fisher Building. We are really excited. First of all, now that Time Warp Vintage is there, it's like even more exciting.
I'm thrilled.
So we're really so the Fisher Building, right?
Yes.
This is a beautiful Art Deco masterpiece. They call it Detroit's largest art object. If you want to be fancy, Detroit's largest.
Something.
It's a good thing I cut out when I was swearing.
All right.
Yeah.
So everybody will be jumping back on.
You didn't miss anything. It's fine.
Yeah, I think like the FEC shut us down. FCC.
I think
The
that's what-
FCC.
I think
yeah.
so.
Oh yeah.
It's quite possible. We usually try and rein in like the language, but you know,
Yeah. Things slip
in
through.
this company.
Yes.
Let's see.
So
Okay.
so the Threads of Time market.
Mhm.
I don't know where we left off, but
We were, kind of listing off who's going to be there.
Yes,
New, old.
you said
Yes.
you had talked about Flamingo
so
Vintage
we have like
and some.
great established brick
Mhm.
and mortar stores
Yep.
that you can support throughout the year, like Time Warp Vintage, like Flamingo Vintage, Tekla, Mama Coo's, Vintage Eastern Market, Leah's Closet. So we're going to have like some really like Detroit power players. And we also have some new up and coming dealers who we were really impressed by their collections.
I love that.
So it's a mix of things. It's going to be like, things under, like I said, $20, $30. And then we're going to have some real, incredible statement pieces and everything in between. I don't know if I'm allowed to like jump the gun, but you were showing me some really incredible Detroit artifacts.
Detroit or
Detroit,
those?
yeah, really like everything. And
Okay, so this
so-
is just, I just brought up a few things that we were going to be bringing,
Yeah.
a sprinkling, and then
little
we started
sprinkling.
talking about the, what would you call those? The embellishments?
So those are antique trim, like clothing, apparel trim. No, I call them artifacts.
Come on
because
back, everyone.
They looked so special
Mhm.
that you don't even want to, you
don't
just
even
want
wanna
to
touch 'em,
gently,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
But you have to touch them because they don't make things that feel like this anymore.
Right.
I know.
Mm,
And the mind just starts spinning with what could I
my
do with this? Where could I
gosh,
apply
look at
this? Could
this.
this be a belt or a sleeve
Just
or
incredible.
a collar?
Aren't they beautiful?
I mean, even to do just a simple black dress and to put this on one, like just incredible.
Now these
Yeah.
are 1920s, teens.
Those look earlier than 20s for
Um,
And a
sure.
lot of this is
Some of it's
definitely jet,
Victorian.
so I'm sure some of it was used for like morning.
Yeah, or
Mhm.
French jet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that.
Oh,
Isn't that gorgeous? So we're
So
bringing a bunch of
beautiful.
this stuff, and
God.
this was a beautiful piece.
Look how pretty.
Look at, see,
I
they're
can't
just
even-
trim,
oh my goodness.
and it's all jet.
This definitely is pre-20s. I just want,
Pre-20s.
so even just to feel the weight on your hands, So a lot of beading and sequins, they're not even glass anymore. They're plastic or
And you can see the way that it was hand done.
oh my goodness. I think it's
Can
like
you
hand
see?
coiled.
You can see that it's hand done on here.
Yeah, look at that.
Stitching.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have some things in the shop. So very few people can even do Zardozi embroidery anymore, which is the metallic thread. We have a 5th generation family from Agra, India that we carry in the Peacock Room that still makes, handbags out of Zardozi embroidery, but it is a dying craft. Like you don't have the craftspeople to make these anymore. Or even on
Pasties?
yeah. So I was thinking like you could definitely do like a little pasty. Where's the little tassel one that we were looking at?
It was on
yeah.
They're in there.
Okay.
Oh, they're in
okay,
here.
yeah.
Your pile?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then there's all that.
So yeah, just incredible. But I mean, no one, even if some of these are machine done, nobody knows how to operate the machinery that these were made on anymore.
I want to see some up and coming
Oh my gosh.
fashion icons.
So
look at I could totally poke my eye out and have a great eye patch.
So
look at that.
There's going to be all
you could
sorts.
Actually make that into a, yeah.
This is only 2 of the containers. We've got all of the
yeah. Stop the taping because I'm salivating and it's embarrassing. I need.
They cracked one of these boxes, and I was like, "Let me see all of that."
I know. I know.
I mean, it's just.
I'm getting. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Like that belongs in a hat band.
So I mean, you could absolutely.
Or made into its own little fascinator.
So this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, look at that beautiful.
Look at this beautiful thing in a hat.
Oh, that's a fascinator for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's all these different trims that people can use. So people who like to sew, who like to dress make, cosplay, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, these are
even
great.
Just to create some shadow boxes in your home.
That's what I plan on doing.
Yeah. And again, because you should enjoy it. You should see these things. It does look like a butterfly.
Do you have the other ones that you were getting so that we can show?
Oh, I stuffed them under my dress so, so I can take them out of here at the end of the night.
Over them
she'll never know.
She'll never know, I know.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about the amount of people that you're going to have there.
We're going
and
to
who you're going to have. Oh, there they are.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yes. Look at these.
Little dealy boppers.
I got my outfit for Shreds of Time.
That.
Thank you. Yeah, they do.
I mean, these things are absolutely, I know you could do earrings, you could do all sorts of stuff, but I want you guys to see these because it's crazy.
So that color, the color is actually called volcano glass.
Glass.
Volcano. That's the name so it's not just a
and
color.
Here's the working of it.
It's
you can see how
multiple. Exactly. Aurora Borealis was developed in the 50s, which means which like the northern lights. So if you see that iridescent rainbow effect on crystal, that's called Aurora Borealis. And this was pre-Aurora Borealis. But they knew what they were doing. This almost reminds me of like Tiffany Favril glass with this dimensional color. Oh God.
So you know what gets me on these
in my pocket. Yeah.
is the craftsmanship on the back.
That was all hand
done. This is all hand done, and all of this is based off that little bit of stitching in the back.
Yep.
So they've
lasted this long.
I know.
So it's not like it was fast fashion where they just. Do you know that sometimes you'll order something from online that looks like it has sequins and it's actually now printed?
So would this be like
and yes, you can do it as an epaulette.
Yeah. Epaulette.
I'm hoping to get some satin Christmas balls.
Yeah.
For some of these and making like the most opulent ornament ever that probably won't hang on a tree because I have cats, but
goes really high up on the tree.
For some of these pretty things.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they desire to be used and appreciated
and
still.
Seen.
And so we were so happy to unbox them and say, you know what? Some fabulous fashion person is gonna put these to use.
They deserve to see the light of day.
Yes.
And I see you have other great Detroit artifacts.
Yes, I do.
Detroit Yacht Club.
And you'll have to excuse me. I was just resharing everything.
Yeah.
Can you step off and reshare that to Peacock Room for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have a few things. Top of the Flame.
So Top of the Flame, that was at the top of One Woodward Avenue, which was designed by. Oh yeah, let's get. So this was a building designed by Minoru Yamasaki, who also did the World Trade Center.
Is he one of your favorite designers?
He was, and he was the namesake of Yama, my store.
Yeah.
So One Woodward Avenue, as it's known now, it used to be the gas building. And that building used to, because it was Mishcon.
Right.
Does anybody remember back in the day? It was back in my day, it was the gas company, Mishcon. So that was owned by Mishcon, and the top of the flame, the top of that building was illuminated like a pilot light or like a range flame as a stove would be illuminated. So it had like that blue at the bottom, and then it erupted into orange.
Oh, that's cool.
And so the restaurant was called Top of the Flame.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So these are just a few things that we're going to be bringing along with like the Fisher Building thing that you said you have. That is that the same place?
So this, I believe, is addressed to a men's store that was that was in the Fisher Building, which I have a top hat from. But yeah, the Fisher Building has so much history because so many small businesses were located in the Fisher. You had 3 levels of boutiques. Right now, you just have like the ground floor. There's some retailers there.
3 stories.
But the mezzanine levels each had these independent boutiques that were these more specialty stores. So it was a beautiful, beautiful place to shop. And yeah, so there were a lot of retailers in the building over the years. So you'll find artifacts from them. And it's exciting that you're bringing this to
Yes, and we have some other Fisher things because I can't show you everything. You got to come to.
No, you got to be a lady. You got to like give them a little tease.
Yeah, a little tease, so that way you can come down to the show and see what we have along with everything all the other small businesses have.
Yes.
And then like the David Whitney building.
Yes.
So
the David Whitney building, which
and I
has been
understand
recently
the Whitney.
redone. Oh, and the Whitney Mansion. That was my parents had an office there as well. And
I read that when I researched you.
So in the mid 80s.
So when is your book coming out? Because
my memoirs.
How many times over the past few years? Like, you need to write this all.
I know. Well, my parents had a data consulting business in the late 70s to the early 90s. That's when computer servers were like this big,
right?
And you had to like put fans on them. They had server rooms. You had to put fans on them so they wouldn't overheat, which I'm sure like their whole server room, I'm sure, did a fraction of what your phone is capable of doing
right now. I know.
So we had an office in the mezzanine of the Fisher Building. Then my parents moved the office to the Whitney Mansion. They leased the 2nd floor and the carriage house because they put the computer servers in the horse stalls because they took up that much space.
And they had more circulation.
After that, we moved the office to Greektown. I'm sorry, out to Farmington Hills randomly, then to Greektown. And I was answering phones in my parents' office at 12 years old in the early 90s.
So you just have
in Greektown.
That's fantastic.
So, little tentacles. But
you were 12 in the early 90s?
I
was in my 20s.
Oh, bless you. So the David Whitney building, which is different than the Whitney Mansion, but I remember the David Whitney building. It used to be full of like doctors' offices, and it's been beautifully, beautifully brought back to life. And this is Grand Circus Park. Yes. Grand Circus Park is beautiful. It's very active. You can wander around Grand Circus Park nowadays.
And these are made in Germany. Isn't that hilarious?
Yes.
Isn't that where they do a lot of Christmas?
Grand Circus Park.
Grand Circus Park where they do
when they do the pop-ups.
Campus Martius.
This is where they do the pop-ups.
But go ahead. Sorry. So little Detroit history.
Yeah, and these are from the 60s and 70s. You know,
those I think are early. Those places are definitely
50s?
earlier. Oh no, those might be even turn of the. I'd say no later than the 20s.
The 20s.
Yeah.
If Steve were here, he would know.
Right.
So
I believe you over me. Trust me.
Yeah, those are 20s or earlier.
20s or earlier.
So Grand Circus Park and Campus Martius, when they were laying out the city, Judge Augustus Woodward, who I heard was quite a pompous jerk. He named Woodward after himself. And then people were like, wow, you really got some chutzpah, like naming that whole main street about yourself. And he's like, oh, I didn't name it after myself. I named it Woodward because it goes toward the woods. It goes Woodward. Like nobody believes you, buddy.
That sounds
when they were laying out the city, they tried to copy L'Enfant's plan of Washington, D.C. with all those spokes and wheels and hubs. So really, they just got as far as Campus Martius and Grand Circus Park, and they're like, you know what, we're good.
Your knowledge on Detroit is stunning.
Well, I've lived in the city a long time, and I love Detroit, and I love sharing stories. So thank you.
I love that.
Thank you for prompting these discussions.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, that's how you get like Grand River and Gratiot and Woodward, all kind of like those main spokes, kind of radiating out. Originally came from the DC street plan.
That I do know because one of our icons coming up is going to be the survey company.
What?
Yeah.
Right?
And I'll get to the icons in a moment.
We're just dripping.
But,
history over here.
Seriously, I love this.
It's funny because we're going to be talking about icons because I'm sitting next to one of the icons. And,
Aw.
you know, our 4th episode of the icons will be the Peacock Room and Racheal Lutz.
I'm excited.
Then we are going to be talking with a dog and cat hospital that's been around since the 1700s.
We take our pets there. I'm not going to spoil it, but
Yeah.
we are patrons of that
And
place.
then we're talking to the survey company that helped lay out the gridlock, the
Wow.
grid, the wagon wheel grid.
They're going to fact check me. I should watch what I say.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, you're right. So I'm 100%
It's
sure.
a cool
you're
piece of
right.
history.
But it is, and the fact that they're still around just astounds me.
That is
because
incredible.
1770.
Well, and bless you, the construction company that built the Fisher Building,
Mhm.
Christman Construction, they're still around.
They're
They just
still around.
and
too.
they just did like the train station,
Yeah.
and
Isn't that crazy?
really Detroit's full of these incredible 100-plus-year-old businesses.
So this is hilarious. Every woman
Oh,
can secure a
wow.
complete 52-piece dinner set in this pattern by attending the Martha Washington Theater on Friday nights at the in Hamtramck.
This is one of the coolest artifacts I've ever
Isn't
seen.
it adorable?
And you need to show this to Karen at Tekla Vintage.
Absolutely.
Also, I love how it's like every woman can secure complete.
Right? I know.
What
because
were the men
don't
eating
eat.
off of? Like
Whatever they put 'em
cardboard?
down.
Men
I
were
know.
not going to the theater to get dinnerware.
Also-
so they knew who
And I'm sorry, is this the amount
They
of food
certainly
you
weren't
get?
picking out China patterns.
No.
that's
Hopefully
for
it's a
sure.
bigger plate.
Right?
That's just the
Wah wah.
Steve was
Please,
super jazzed
sir,
when he
can I
found
have
that.
some more?
Yes. But isn't that
This
fantastic?
is incredible. You know, you might be able to date this because Friday, October 16th, so you can
Yeah.
narrow down the years that
Does
was.
it have anything?
This has
No.
got to be 1940s
Oh,
or earlier.
easy. Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were thinking
40s at the
30s, 40s,
latest.
It's-
Yeah,
But this is fantastic,
this is beautiful for your bread and butter.
right?
Yes.
So, anyways, I didn't think you had seen this one.
No, that's it.
Mhm.
I've never seen anything like
Isn't
that.
that fantastic? And what do we have here?
Greenfield Village.
Greenfield Village pottery.
Isn't it cute?
We have some Greenfield Village glass ornaments that will be for sale
Oh, nice.
That is
and an ornament
fantastic.
holder. But yeah, that's from the Pottery Studio
And then
there.
DYC.
Detroit Yacht Club
Of course.
creamer. You probably
So-
stole that, didn't you? You like
No.
stuck it in your
The
stuck it in your
Somebody-
cummerbund.
although the person
Someone
we
stuck
bought
it in
it
their
from probably
cummerbund.
did. You know what I mean?
We're not going to name names.
So here we have Detroit Plaza Hotel.
Oh wait, not only Detroit Plaza Hotel. This is the Rensen.
The Rensen.
The Renaissance Center,
yeah.
for those of you who are not from
Mhm.
Detroit, which my architecture professor at Wayne State University called the Tumor on the River. And
The tumor on
Can
the
we-
river.
can we talk about something controversial for
Sure.
a second?
I love controversy.
We've got a whole
Please.
there's an hour and
We're
like this
no,
is just going to be a
stop, don't.
complete ADD stream from me and my co-host. But I'm a preservationist
Mhm,
and I'm a Detroit lover.
mhm.
And I believe in nostalgia.
Mhm.
Nostalgia is strong for me, but
Mhm.
I think it's okay if we let go of the Rensen.
Thank you. I agree. And they're actually only tearing down 2 buildings.
Am I allowed to say
No,
that?
and I get that because for a minute I was
My
like,
question
oh,
is,
this
what's
so
the next
cool.
big one? And
And
Also-
Hudson's, I don't
like,
know.
Restaurants at the top
Yeah.
of the building, and it had all this. But then
Is that restaurant even open anymore?
no,
I think
Wait,
it is.
is
The
it?
Highlands.
Oh,
Highlands,
yeah.
right.
is it?
It's
Okay.
changed hands
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
times.
Mhm.
But see, then I'm like, I'm obsessed with the train station. So when I'm comparing and contrasting, like, what do we
Well,
need that's like
You don't need to compare.
architectural?
So my only concern with
I- yeah,
losing
but
with
I
the
do.
loss of the
So it's
Rensen,
kind of like,
He
well,
just jabbed me in the knee with the notepad, and
I
I'm like,
did.
was that intentional?
wasn't.
Or
it was not.
it could.
Um,
He's like, let's move it along. This
No,
is,
no.
This is a controversial topic, but
No,
anyway, yeah.
I'm adding to the controversy here because my
Let's just-
concern.
Let's pour,
pile on.
let's pour fuel on the top of the flame restaurant.
Yes, let's.
yes.
Because I agree with you. I think that we need an iconic building in Detroit,
Mhm.
and the Rensen has stood as that iconic building for some time.
And recognize it. Like, listen, it's not to me.
Mhm.
And I was born in 1980. It's not the Detroit skyline without the Rensen. And I get that. Like, and I'm
My
so
question is,
nostalgic.
what is
but-
that skyline being replaced with?
So,
and if they're saying Hudson's
Mhm.
one is going to be the new face of Detroit, I don't know if it's strong enough.
So it's impossible to ignore because, and I live actually within walking distance of downtown. I live
Mhm.
near Shane and Gratiot.
Okay.
So every time we walk the dog, every time we leave the house, like I can see both the Hudson's Tower and the Rensen
Mhm.
from where we are. The building, I mean, the Hudson Tower is now like it's blaring an LED.
It is.
Which
Mhm.
Right,
yeah, that's a choice. That's a choice.
That's a choice.
Mhm.
But we also have the Guardian building. We
Yeah.
also have, it used to be called Comerica Tower, and I don't know what it's called
Guardian
now.
building is one of the tallest, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
The Guardian is one of the tallest. We
Mhm.
have One Woodward Avenue, which again has an architectural pedigree with
It
Minoru
does.
Yamasaki. So
Is
Detroit, like
the
it doesn't need
Penobscot anywhere
the
near-
Penobscot. They're
I say
technically,
it like Maine people.
there are
if
3
Detroiters
Penobscot
say
buildings.
Penobscot.
Yeah.
That's one of the
So
taller
the
ones, though,
Penobscot
but it's not
building with
on
the,
the water.
it's not on the water, but it has that beautiful, iconic red
Mhm.
globe on top. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, does one building need to be the centerpiece of the
No.
skyline? Because we have so many incredible,
Mhm.
incredible
as
pieces
Detroit
of
grows,
architecture. Yeah.
I think we need multiple ones because if you look at other cities, they have more than one.
Yes.
But I think that if you're going to remove a
Mhm.
trademark building or parts of a trademark building,
An iconic. The Renton is iconic.
then what you need to make it as iconic when you put it in. What I've seen some of the renderings of what they're going to do or what they want to do.
I mean, it
looks
pretty
good.
up, and I think it looks beautiful. And in terms of modern architecture, in terms of modern contemporary architecture, I mean, they really could have done a terrible, like they
Yeah.
could have done like the big boxy, like the new Hudson Tower is very, I think, architecturally interesting.
It is.
It's sleek, it's modern, it's still Detroit.
Mhm.
So we are, I mean, again, I don't want to compare, but the Hudson Tower looks very iconic. And
Mhm.
yes, I think that it's not going to replace the Rensen in
No.
terms of definition of the skyline,
Mhm.
but it definitely pulls its weight. My goodness, and it's very illuminated at night. So
you think
when
it's strong enough to pull its weight?
I mean, I think it pulls. It's very bright. You can definitely see it, and it's architecturally interesting. I had the privilege of going inside it before it opened to the
Mhm.
public, and I took a tour of the interior. And I do think that I mean, it's definitely you can't ignore it when you see the skyline downtown. It's illuminated. It's strong.
Oh, you see it. Yeah, absolutely.
You definitely see it. Yeah.
And the images I've seen from the inside are
Yeah.
stunning.
And I don't like to compare the Rensen to the Hudson Tower because they're different.
They're completely different.
But let's not ignore the fact that the Rensen is confusing as heck.
Oh, it is.
To navigate. So we
Mhm.
had, we were down in downtown in the 80s, 90s a lot. Having to navigate my way through that building was impossible. And no matter how many times the owners over the years have like, let's color code the towers. And this is going to be tower
really?
100, 200, 300, 400. And like, they've tried everything. And it is so good. It's John Portman, the architect. He was just, I mean, it was not designed well. Like, oh, you want to get to that office? You have to take this
Oh, yeah.
escalator up 2 stairs, take the
Yeah.
skywalk, then take this elevator that only goes to floor 5,
Yep.
walk across this skyway in the different direction, and then take that escalator up 4. Like, it's just so. I think it's also more of a function thing.
That makes sense because I have been lost in
Yeah.
the Rensen before.
I'm surprised you're even here. Like,
I've been lost.
My mom worked on the 36th floor in,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
in the early 90s. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a
I actually have
lot.
a friend who worked there all the way up. I think Jim is still there. They haven't
Yep,
moved
they
yet.
have, yep.
He
mean,
still
they're
works
still there, yeah,
And
yeah.
he still works there.
Have you
'cause
heard from him in the last 48 hours? Because you might want to check on him, make sure he didn't get like lost in a basement somewhere. Yeah.
It's been
Trust me.
84
Have you
Take
heard?
some-
years.
take some-
It's been 84 years.
3 days later, he gets home.
Before they demolish that building, they need to look through every corridor to make sure
To
that
make sure-
everybody got out.
There's not someone
That's hilarious.
starving.
So, from everything I've read about you, you're considered one of the top entrepreneurs of Detroit
Oh,
and a very well-known name in Detroit.
there are a lot of really amazing entrepreneurs
absolutely
in Detroit,
is.
and I feel very supported by a lot of them, and I love supporting them. So.
Awesome. They actually refer to you as one of the best entrepreneurs.
Who's
That
they?
they come to you and
Wow.
talk and get
Calling everyone.
based on all of the podcasts that I've watched. You do a lot of
Aw.
podcasts. It's
Thank
it's
you.
quite a
Well,
bit. So I have a question for your store. Take me through what you want a customer to feel when they're shopping in your store and what they leave feeling.
I want
one
them
of
to
your
feel
stores.
delirious with pleasure.
Okay. No, the
I-
clothing store.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes. What did he think
What
I
other
was
store
talking
is she
about?
talking
I'm
about?
kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I love that.
If that's a side business, we need to charge extra for that.
Right? Tell me
I was
about
referring
it.
to clothing. I don't know.
I mean, I had some earrings there that really blew up my
They
skirt,
jazzed her
so-
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I opened the Peacock Room because I hate what shopping has become.
Mhm.
and I don't like the fashion industry. So I want people to come in, feel great about themselves. I think that the fashion industry really is built around exploiting the insecurities of people, particularly women. It fuels fast consumerism. Like, let's make women feel terrible about themselves, and then they'll feel they need to buy things to feel beautiful or wanted or valid or all that stuff. And really, like, I have the philosophy of, or you could just make women feel great about themselves, and then they'll buy what they need and buy what they really get excited about.
I agree. I think
So
because, I dealing with vintage clothes and knowing the size differences that change on a decade basis, where, I'll have somebody come in and they're like, oh, I need a party dress from the 50s and I'm a size, 12. So they grab a size 12.
good luck, girl.
So they grab a size
More like a
12
size 8. Yeah.
off the rack, and I stop them and I say, that is not the same size 12 as you're familiar
Not at
with.
all.
That's like a 6 or an 8 today. I said, so let's take a look at a size 14 or I'm not that big. You got to understand.
Yeah, we try to be
And I think
very
that
sensitive
that's-
around language too.
Yes.
Like, you'll never hear us, say like, well, let's grab you a bigger size, honey. We'll say like, let's find you a different size, or let's find you a size that feels comfortable, because that's really what it is feeling comfortable. I guarantee you, no one's gonna go up to you at the party and be like, what does your tag say?
Nobody.
Like, cut the tag out.
I
If you
try to
don't
explain to them, because if they
yeah.
try to fit into a size 12, they're going to be, it's not a matter of, at this point, in my mind, it's not a matter of, oh, you're going to break the zipper, you're going to do this. It's a matter of,
You want them to feel
what
good about
are you going to
themselves.
look at and go, I was a size 12.
Yeah. Well, so in our
And
vintage clothing,
I try to explain to them the difference.
that's very smart. We try to put the modern equivalent size, like roughly, like we'll put, small or medium on our paper tag with the Peacock Room. So, because, a lot of people, yes, the savvy vintage shopper may know that, well, I know that that's a 12. I know that that's really closer to, a different size. But we try to speak the modern language of what people expect. The government came up with clothing sizes. So when everything's a conspiracy about that, but with clothing, it really is. So if you look at tags, you'll see US size, UK size, Australian size. Like, have you ever wondered? So during the war, when they were trying to get things not, made to order, when they wanted to economize the apparel industry, they decided, okay, well, this is a size 12 uniform. This is a size 8. And they came up with standard measurements. Each of the allied governments did their own versions of it.
Right.
So that's why there's some size variation. But yeah, over the years, the sizing standards have changed. So when people say like, oh yeah, Marilyn Monroe is a size 14, you go curvy queen. Actually, she was closer to like a 10, like an 8-10.
8-10, yeah.
Like an 8-10.
Because back then it was a 12 or a 14 or
and
whatever.
Still to this day, I know
That's
I
a
could
good
go
idea.
buy. I could go buy
Yeah.
Daniel
I
a
love
pair
it.
of jeans because I know he's 34, 36 or
Consistently.
whatever, and that's no problem. He could guess if I'm a medium. God bless him, trying to find that. But even if he knows that I'm an 8-10, well, I'm an 8 in some dresses because it's natural waist, but then I got hips, so it's this. So it's like, good luck trying to go to 3 different women's stores. You could buy a blouse in 8 in all of them, and then go home and cry when you try one of them on, because you're like, oh my God, I thought it was,
No,
it's terrible.
I never had the balls to buy women's clothes for my wife or for any woman.
That's probably wise.
Smart man.
So
herding the cats. So back to your original question, is how do I want people to feel when they come in?
Yes.
The fact that we have to have this much discussion around what size am I, that's what I don't want people to feel. So the great thing about a full service apparel store is, and this used to be at the great department stores like Hudson's, Jacobson's, Himmelho's, B. Siegel, is that you could walk in. You don't even have to know your size. A salesperson would go up to you and say, you know what, let's try this.
Right.
And they would bring things out to, like, that's what we do. That's exactly
what I do here.
But also, we're not just looking at your size. We know, like, we have the institutional knowledge of, okay, this vendor runs more of like a junior's cut, like maybe smaller at the bust, smaller at the hips. But most of the brands that we carry are consistent with sizing. Like a 12 is typically a 12, very few exceptions. There's none of this like, oh God, I had to wear a bridesmaid's dress. In the bridal industry, I'm a size 32, which is good for nobody's ego at all. No one's self-confidence. So even in different like sectors of the clothing industry or different sizes, it makes no sense.
Oh yeah.
So we are not only scanning you for like, all right, here's your size, here's your proportions, here's your life stage. Are you
summer or
like,
winter?
are you a high school girl or have you had children or are you post-surgical?
Yeah.
Like, are you elderly? Like, we are looking at your modesty level. I'm kind of like, no. I'm building my algorithm and my team too. They're incredible at this. We are trying to like figure out like, who are you and what do you want to portray to the world?
Right.
What is the context? If you're looking for an outfit for a specific thing, how can we help you fit into that context or stand out more than you want to, or not more than you want to, more than you think you wanted to? So we want people to feel seen, accepted, celebrated, happy.
And good about themselves when they walk out the door.
Good about themselves. And even if that means walking out without buying a new outfit,
I agree.
If you just came in for some like literal retail therapy, just come in and have we just want people to walk out happier than when they walked in.
I love that.
So that's what we want at the Peacock Room. And that's why I open the stores.
And I love that.
Thank you.
And so I have another question for you on a fashion aspect, because I know that you go out and you shop a lot and stuff like that.
Yep.
And you know your vintage clothes as well as your modern clothes.
Thank you. From you, that's a big compliment, because I consider Time Warp like, you guys are really experts in the vintage and antique field.
We try.
I feel.
I'm not an expert in modern day clothing, that's for sure.
I don't keep up with.
So, how do you think?
That's fair.
Yeah, it is fair.
We do the hard work for you, so you don't have to.
Female designers versus male designers for the female body.
Ooh.
Okay.
Spicy question.
All right.
I have an answer for that.
And
Go on.
the reason I asked that question to the world is because we have some of the most famous women's clothing designers that are men, and like Christian Dior. Like, do you know what I mean? So
are we talking modern context?
No, I'm talking both modern and because Christian Dior did 50s as well as, you know, up until I think their company's still doing stuff. But even back, if you're talking Coco Chanel, if you're going even back to
Halston.
Well, Halston's a little bit newer.
I loved watching that documentary on him.
So
it wasn't a documentary. It was like a
movie.
Yeah.
So
God, I wanted to start doing coke after that movie. I just like, wow, I feel like I'm missing out on, like, have I been missing out all these years?
Didn't you?
Well, he did love it.
He loved it.
Yes, he did.
He loved cocaine.
I want the cocaine accessories, like the bowls. And no, I'm kidding.
You used to get those from the fairs. What are you talking about?
I definitely don't know about that.
Yeah, you get a Coke mirror.
So case in point. Oh, I did. I was too young to know what that was.
But
anyway,
you know, designers like Schiaparelli, like, you know, you're going back. Do you think it depends on the decade of clothing, on if a male? Do you think?
Yeah.
Because I know women.
On this. Yep.
I know women will sometimes only go. My father was a hairdresser, so women
didn't see that coming.
Went and would only go see him or see men to cut their hair because they felt men could cut it better. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Do they? Do you think men have a better eye for the women's body, or do you think women have a better eye for the women's body when it comes to fashion?
That is a fascinating question, and I will say that there are the designers, and then there's the designer industry, and those are two very different things. So Christian Dior, for example, like Christian Dior was a real designer who had an incredible eye for not just, and I say not like I suck at fashion. I feel like I'm good at design. And I do more like, my background is actually more space design other than like actual fashion design.
Yeah, but you're an architect, I'm interior design.
Yeah. But when you dress a person, you're looking at this you're looking at the same, you're looking at proportion, form, color, detail, all the things that you would design in a space. So Christian Dior is an example. Christian Dior, I mean, first of all, he's dead.
Yes.
He probably died in the Renaissance after trying to find his way
out.
He
probably did one day that he was here.
Anyway, so
he's probably still there.
So Christian Dior is no longer, but Christian Dior is still an industry name. And who even knows who's designing Christian Dior? So I can't even speak to if there are men or women designing. Oh, there's a team of people.
Right.
Ralph Lauren is living, but
he's not designing anymore.
He may be designing, but who knows? Like maybe a few, or he's creative directing. but that's such a volume of work that, you know, and he's hopefully enjoying
Yeah, but
life.
is
I
it
think
just
Versace's
a
a good-
check mark stamp
Who
of
knows?
approval, or are they
Who
still
knows? Because
like
it's the
forming the
industry.
lines?
And Ralph
Exactly.
Lauren's a million years old,
It's,
so who
it's
knows
the,
if he goes out
it's
there
the
and does it.
industry. So yeah, so who knows?
So
but
let's throw
I-
Versace into
but-
the mix because
okay.
you have a male lead designer
Mhm, mhm.
until he is shot and killed. And then you have his sister,
I
who's
remember that. That
female,
was so sad. Yeah.
coming in to lead the company as a designer. And
Yes.
so
And
did
creative.
you, and creative head. So you've got a male designer, you got a female designer, same
Mhm.
company, same family. Which designed it better?
I think it comes down to talent. And I will also say this as a business person, if you didn't have the business end of it, and not just like if you had the high end design, it was not a sustainable company, but you have someone who's able to carry that name and that
Mhm.
legacy throughout the decades. I think that also,
Well, that's the business.
yeah,
That would be Donatella for
I-
the most part. I don't know what I do.
Donatella. I love the SNL skits that depict her like, hello,
I know.
I'm Donatella.
And she looks so, her eyes are all.
I know. Well, so one of my favorite designers that we carry, his
Mhm.
name is Samuel Dong.
Right.
And ladies can't get enough of the Dong, trust me. So Samuel, I'm glad somebody laughed at that.
Well, I'm just wondering why
So-
it's only the ladies.
So Samuel is a real design, like he's a single human being.
Right.
Samuel is the sole designer at that company.
Mhm.
And I met Samuel years ago at a trade show. He was showing his own line. Like it's so rare to actually meet the designer
Mhm.
who actually designs your stuff and have them sell it to you and have them explain like, this is how I designed the pockets on this. And this is how, so he's one of our all-time best-selling designers. And he was born in
very immediately in touch with his
Extremely-
clientele, though.
so that's the
there's
thing
not
is he
a
has-
97-degree separation of his sewing room and his staff. and
Exactly,
his-
yes.
So back
So-
to the original question.
So Samuel, by the way, we get comments all the time like, oh my God, who's this designer? It's like they know a woman's body and
Mhm.
it's a man. And, you know, Samuel just knows he never studied fashion. He studied textile engineering.
Mhm.
So his engineering background helps him piece things together in just the right way.
Right.
But his designs are incredible because they can work with women of different proportions.
Right.
He knows how the fabric hangs.
he knows how the
on
fabric
structure
behaves.
then
Exactly.
is a big
So
deal.
Mhm.
he designs better than some of the pieces that I have that are designed by women. So I think it comes down to individual skill level. I think it comes
Does it?
also down to industry because
Mhm.
sometimes you don't even know who's designing your things anymore.
No, because it may say
Yeah.
this person's name. You know, a new one that I like is Christian Siriano.
I love him.
I do too, and he
Ah.
designs all his own.
Masterpieces.
Well, he used to design his own. I hope he still does.
Well, and
You know.
as your company grows, like how sustainable is it that
Right.
you design everything and eventually
Impossible.
maybe it's just like, okay, well, I give this my stamp of
it
approval.
becomes the house of.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Yeah, there's Vera Wang
Yeah.
couture, and you can get a
Mhm.
one-of-a-kind Vera Wang bridal gown that is clearly
Right.
very, very touched by her, or you can get Vera Wang at pennies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we are running out of time, but I do want to throw in and we threw up let's talk about Threads of Time one more time
Threads of Time Vintage Market at the Fisher Building.
on October 15th, which is
November.
November 15th, Saturday, November 15th
Yes.
from
11 to
11 to
5.
5.
Yes.
Tell me about parking. Where can they park?
So we always recommend like Fisher Building parking is easy.
Mhm.
We're not like downtown where, oh, it's a Tigers game. It's $40. We're 3 miles north of
Right.
downtown. So park at the Fisher Building. I always like to park at the north end of the building.
Okay.
But really, like, I think we actually are undergoing a historic preservation right now with the doors. They should be opened by the market.
Mhm.
So really, like any direction that you can come into the Fisher Building doesn't matter because it's all going to be filled with vintage and antiques. So really just park at the Fisher Building.
Mhm.
Like I said, 11 to 5. We're going to have some food and drink in the building.
Oh, awesome.
We're going to have really just incredible brick and mortar stores like Time Warp, Tekla, Mama Coos,
I love
Flamingo
that.
Vintage. And like we talked
And
about
Leah's
some up and
Closet
coming,
and
Leah's
all of them.
Closet. So up and coming
Mhm.
ones too.
I'm going to see
and
people I haven't seen in forever.
yeah, it's so
I'm
the-
going to be manning the booth, and he's going to.
I'm gonna be
catching
out
up with everybody
socializing.
flitting around.
Mhm.
he's going to be chit chatting. So yeah, it's going to be incredible. We're going to have housewares, fashion, really like a few pieces of furniture, artwork, everything. So really like these are some of the best vintage collections for sale in the Metro Detroit area.
That is awesome.
It's going to be incredible.
And
Yeah.
like we're bringing a 1940 ribbon dress. the 1940s ribbon dress
Actually.
over here, and
Oh,
something to this effect.
look at
Just,
this.
I mean, this is a 1940s ribbon dress.
So,
I have.
Yeah, it's
Isn't
incredible. This
that
is all
beautiful?
woven ribbon. You just
Yeah.
don't see this anymore.
No, you don't.
Take that, Shein and Temu. You
And
can't hold a
then
candle to this.
I do have to show this one,
Yeah.
the skirt, because it is absolutely stunning. And this is a 1950 circle skirt,
Wow.
Egyptian fabric circle skirt.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous all the way around. You know, we're going to have a different collection of stuff there, along with these fantastic 1970s bell bottom
Oh yeah.
hip huggers with the lace up sides. I mean, you name it, we're going to have it there. It's fantastic. But one of the things that I want to talk about real quick is the Icon series. So we have the Icon series, and you guys are probably sick and tired of hearing me talk about it, but it is I'm super excited. It will be on Amazon in February. I'm hoping February, beginning of 2026, and I'm still waiting on one more them saying yes, absolutely February. And but
It's Versace, isn't it?
I know, right?
Okay.
So we've had Puabic, and I hear you sit on the board for Puabic.
I'm on the board of Puabic Pottery, which I'm very proud of, and yeah, we have some great stuff going on.
Oh, I learned so much when I was there.
Thank you from Annie, our archivist. She's incredible. So Puabic is 100-plus-year-old woman-founded company.
Yes,
in Detroit.
it is, and
now a nonprofit.
You can actually watch the first of the Icon series on our YouTube. That is the only one you're going to be able to see right now. I am going to run the new clip number 2 that Roberto put together in a few minutes. But we have Henry the Hatter as well as John King Bookstore, and I'm going to tell you guys, you have to see the John King Bookstore when it comes out in 2026, because we talk about some of the rarest books, and we actually get to sit and hold and talk about a 1803, something like that.
It was a long time ago.
First American edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Oh, wow.
And we actually got to hold it, and it has a misprint in it. Mary Shelley's name was printed incorrectly.
The insult. Wow.
I know, right? And a first edition Ulysses. So
wow.
I know we got to see some crazy stuff.
Okay, so I know that visually it's going to be incredible to watch that interview, but there's nothing like walking into John King. And
no. Right?
Just like, please, if you can install Smell-O-Vision by the time that comes out. Oh, the old books.
And then, of course, our 4th series, the first 3 will be out first, and then the beginning of the second part of our first series will be the Peacock Room and Racheal.
I can't believe it.
Which I'm super excited. We're going to be filming this soon on at the Fisher Building with the 2 Peacock stores there.
Thank you.
As well as we're traveling over to the Park Shelton.
Just a mile away.
And we are going to be talking about your 2 shops there. And we also have John Suave, who is going to, did I say his last name correctly? Suave. Who will be joining us to talk about all the orange people.
So, yes.
Popping up all over the place.
The men.
Yes.
The orange men.
I don't know this.
And we're going to tie this right in.
You need to watch the Icon series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she'll be there. So I'm excited. So let's throw it to this real quick.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Detroit. Ford, GM, and Chrysler. Detroit Sports and the famous Hudson's Department Store. We all know that these companies are the cornerstones of Detroit and are iconic. TWL goes beyond these major corporations and are looking at the smaller businesses that weathered the ups and downs of Detroit through the past and have successfully emerged as leaders in transforming Detroit into what it is today and continue to shape Detroit into its future. Join us as Jason Dean, Steve Heinz, and our crew at TWL take to the streets of Detroit and introduce you to the small businesses that keep the wheels of change in Detroit moving. We'll uncover the secrets that have kept them going, their plans leading into the future, and how they engage their communities to drive change. Time Warp LLC and TWL celebrate small businesses in Detroit and across the country. This 6-part limited series will open your eyes to the heroes of our communities who struggle to hold on to the American dream of owning a business and the highs and lows of maintaining and growing that business.
There we go.
So that is what you guys get to see in February when it's coming out. Those are the first 3 that are swamped up in there. And we'll be doing one more trailer, which you will be in. And I'm so excited about doing this because
It's
we're
not
going
my
to
first time in a trailer.
right?
Yes.
I'm trying to think of how many.
Stop.
No kidding.
How has it taken us this long to co-host a show together?
I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
I have to be a regular because everyone's
so-
like, you guys are a riot.
Oh,
Every time I put your
we're
picture
having
up,
fun.
100 people go, "Oh, I love her! I love her! I love
Oh.
her!"
I paid them $5 each.
So, anyways, I'm super excited, and gosh, Roberto, you're doing a great job on these shows. I mean, people are loving them.
Thank you. Thank you.
They're really. I mean, I was
they
very
turn out
impressed.
nice, right?
Yeah.
It's very
I was watching
nice.
some earlier.
So,
Doesn't do
we look
much.
kind
I
of like
mean,
big time and
These
everything.
places speak for themselves. I mean, it's
Oh.
you know,
This is true.
I just
They
have to
do.
point the camera. It's all there.
they do. I
You
mean,
know, I remember when you moved into
The Park Shelton.
Fisher.
Oh, the
Which one
Fisher.
were you in first?
The Park Shelton first.
When you moved into the Fisher and you unearthed the ceiling and you called me and you were like, do you know like
Oh my
a real
gosh.
plaster
Yeah.
specialist? Like I have like, she's like, we ripped out this ugly ass drop ceiling and there is wedding cake level like plaster up there.
Plaster.
And she's like, who do you know that restores real?
oh wow.
Yeah. I had
plaster.
no capital when I first started my
I
business.
heard in one of your
We were just
interviews, you
scrapping it
maxed out
together.
credit cards.
Yeah, I started by maxing
Mhm.
out a $1,500
So did
credit
we.
card. Yeah.
We
I
started
mean,
with $3,000 in the bank and
Yeah.
a credit card.
Yeah.
15 years
It's-
later.
But you just start small. So if there's anyone out there who's considering opening their own business, like you don't need some magical money fairy to drop a sack of money in your lap.
Mhm.
It's
Also,
nice.
when you first start,
Don't
you
turn
don't
that
need all the
down,
bells and
but-
whistles.
You don't need all the no, you just start small.
Yep.
You focus on being excellent at what you're doing, stay in your lane,
Yep.
and really just work hard. And really, yeah, I remember those days. Detroit Hardware, which is no longer around,
Mhm.
but Emily from Detroit Hardware, she's amazing. She still comes in to support my store. I called her in a panic and I'm like, Emily, I just accidentally uncovered a historic space in my that I want to open my store in. And she's like, what do you need? Some Tyvek suits, some scrapers. And she gave me like the way
What you
that small
needed.
businesses help
Yeah.
each other is really just incredible. And we
It
are bigger than the
absolutely
sum
is.
of our parts. So that's what I
So-
love about the vintage market. That it's going to be like all these people coming together to make an incredible experience.
Absolutely. And that's why I think, I mean, I've known you for how long now? A long time.
At least 10 years.
At least 10 years.
Yeah.
And I need to get down there more often. I've been to your store a few times.
Well, you've got some,
I'm
you've
a
got a
little
lot
busy,
going on. Yeah.
But it's so funny because is Lutz like a common name?
Not really.
Because I live on Lutz.
What?
I live on Nelson and Lutz in Lutz. My
Really?
cross streets are Nelson and Lutz.
Oh,
Family
wow.
name of my favorite movie,
Really?
Amityville Horror.
Oh yeah, the Lutz. They were the Lutz. And then you had mentioned that your parents owned a
Yeah.
business, and I thought maybe
Probably not the same family, but that is so cool. Also, I wish we owned a cheese
Lutz
shop. My
Motel.
God.
No, this
Yeah.
is Lutz Motel Restaurant and Bakery.
I love how it's motel restaurant bakery
That all of
for all of your
Lutz.
baked goods and lodging and
I think of
eating
you often
needs.
because I always see your
The
name
Perch
everywhere, and I'm
capital
like,
of
oh, it's
Michigan.
Lutz Street.
The
Oh,
what?
we're-
the perch capital of Michigan.
I could have been the queen of the
See?
perch capital of Michigan. I clearly am not living my best life. I could have been the perch queen of
In
Michigan.
Ogre.
And you want to know what's funny is
Wow.
I went in to find that, and that was stand upside down. And I go, how funny.
Yeah, he's like, look what else I found.
Pincani. I love this. The East Michigan Sportsman Guide.
I know.
You never know what you find at Time Warp.
You know you've made it when you made a sportsman's guide.
Wow. I thought making the Icon series was like the pinnacle of fame, but I clearly did not realize the back cover of East Michigan Sportsman's Guide.
Mhm.
Which is probably from the 80s or 70s.
Yeah, just the bottom half though.
1979. You weren't even born yet.
No.
So God knows what your
no.
parents did back then.
I was just a glint in their
I
eye
know.
as they were eating their perch and cheese
At the bakery.
at the bakery, at the restaurant bakery motel.
Get a room.
Oh, Rachel, I'm so happy you
Thank
came
you for
to be
having
on.
me. This was so
This was fun. I
really-
loved
Well
it.
overdue.
It's fun. Yes,
totally.
absolutely.
And I
Thank
know
you.
that we
We
aired
go
in
back
two
to-
different
Yes,
shows.
me too.
Yes.
Intermingle.
I know that we aired in
Yes.
two different shows on Time Warp LLC, even though on the different
You're
ones.
seeing this one now. Go back up in the feed.
Yes, and I'll post them
Watchable.
both. But you know, we were just so good that they broke and we had to restart.
We broke the
We
internet.
We broke the internet.
Take that, Kim
So
Kardashian.
yeah, exactly.
We
Yeah.
just needed to be split
Mhm.
into 2 servings because it was
There was
so
a
Which I'm dying
lot,
to see
yeah.
the new movie.
Really?
I am for some reason.
She's in a movie?
She or her new series, All Is Fair. The one with
Oh.
but I like the rest of the people in it.
So I am terrible at pop culture. I never watched a single full episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh, I never have either.
Yeah,
But
I don't. I barely. So we just only recently got a TV.
oh really?
Yeah,
Do you know I do not
because
have
I
a
only
TV.
watch Time Warp
Just sit
Vintage.
around
I only that's the only
on
channel.
her
Yeah,
phone.
on my no,
Uh-huh.
but really like I don't watch a lot of.
I don't watch that.
I watch BBC and PBS.
Although I
and
got to tell you,
I love a
have
good murder
to.
mystery.
And I know we're running over, so
Yeah,
TikTok will hate me.
sorry.
But I got to tell you,
Mhm.
I have to watch. I was told that I have to watch Housewives reality shows
I
over the
did
winter
see a couple episodes of that.
because we
yeah,
are working on on something that's going to be coming next year.
yeah.
That is a new reality series, and
I
I'm
could be
not
on
going
Real
to
Housewives
say
on the East Side.
Right?
I'm not going to say what it is because I can't.
No.
But there is a new reality series
Yeah.
that will be coming from the production of TWL. I'll tell you after.
Oh.
And it starts filming at the beginning of the year, and it will take a year to film it.
Wow.
So we're talking it that
It's
this
just
will not come
full of
until
ideas.
2027. I already got all the agreements.
Dang.
So it's exciting.
Okay.
Anyways, thank you guys so much. Rachael, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You need to move in and
Thank you
just
for
be on every
watching.
week.
Yeah, I
You
would
know,
love to.
that would be so
Peacock
much
Room,
fun.
It's multiple iterations. Come
Oh.
visit all of us.
And we'll be live from the show.
Threads
I
of
mean, we'll go
Time,
live
yeah.
from the show like we
yeah.
always do.
Oh yeah.
And
You're gonna
Nice
regret not coming if you're not
little
there.
walk around.
It's incredible. Like it is so like I have a friend, Marcia. She's just like she's the shopper of Detroit. Like she knows all the best shopping, and she like her eyes glazed over, and she's like, I wasn't ready for this. I like she was just so overwhelmed. She's like, there's so much good stuff.
so bring
So-
everything you have.
Bring a shopping cart.
Yep.
And your
Get one of those
Christmas shopping
janky, like
list.
you take that Aldi shopping cart with the janky wheel, you just put that in your car and you bring it to the Fisher building. Don't do that.
But
They'll be-
don't come
Sorry,
without a
Aldi.
janky
Yeah.
wheel.
Also,
The
all these
little-
lawyers
the
don't come for
little
me,
pull
but
behind grocery cart.
yeah, like the one with the locking wheel as you like leave the lot. Don't do that.
This
I
would be
love
perfect
that.
Bring a
for,
reusable shopping bag.
Gift shopping.
Yes.
We're coming
Yeah,
up
because
at the
you know
holiday
Holiday
Christmas is
season.
coming.
impending.
And we have a lot coming up, so we are going to be filming at your house come
Ooh.
towards the end of the on how to set a perfect Thanksgiving table.
Okay, let's not say
Oh.
perfect.
Well, a
because I
good.
use whole autumn leaf. I mean, it's
Well, that's
not
okay,
fun,
but you
fun,
still
but
set it up
We were
correctly.
talking about
Yeah.
using. I started collecting it 20 years ago, and it was always just on display in my kitchen. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to start using
She's
the
breaking it
china.
out.
She is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to
So-
set the place setting, and then
Yeah.
they're cooking for all of us too.
Love it.
So,
Employee family dinner.
yep, I'm excited because
Aw.
we will be with you next Monday for the Icon series.
love
I
that.
will be judging the Waterford pinup contest on Sunday. I'm excited about that.
And I'll just be judging everyone.
I do that anyways.
Every
That's why they
day.
keep calling. I love that.
Yeah.
I need to come down and we just need to judge.
Yeah. Oh, I
Not
do
in
it
your
all the
store,
time. No,
but
just sit
we can
next to
go
me and we'll just judge. Yeah.
We'll just go sit on one of the benches in front of LCA
yeah.
and just judge everybody who
I
walks
need-
past us.
I need like one of those ski masks so you can't see the expression on me. I just need like big sunglasses or something because my face
big
is not
sunglasses. I love the
Anyway.
people watch. She travels a lot, so I'm
I
sure people watching is a thing for you
I
too.
love it.
Me
Yes.
too. I
Yeah.
can when I'm in Vegas visiting my mom. I literally go to the strip and I sit
People watching on that strip.
and I just sit and I watch.
Yeah.
Why do you think I've been working at Renfest so
Mhm.
much? The
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
characters.
Isn't that
It's
crazy?
just
Yes.
Off the wall.
So, anyways, I will let you guys go. We will let you guys go, and you will see us next Tuesday, of course. So we will see you on then. Thank
Thank
you.
you.